NBA 2K27 is gonna have to blow it off the roof because it's got a lot of competition this year for attention, and your attention is needed. Are you with me or against me? Wanted to make sure the devs know that they gotta cook for this next iteration. I think they understand that it's that time of year where something big is coming. A lot of great games around the same time. And I, for one, will be playing all of them. But I always play 2K mostly for the love of basketball and only for the love of basketball, actually. But today's video, we're going to talk about the animations, right? I'm the franchise animation player. We talking about practice, all right? Practice? Sorry, I got a little bit of Allen Iverson at me, guys. Let's get into the topic. Here's the thing, guys. 2K27, I believe they're going to expand in these animations. They've been slowly creating the pro play and the different systems. And this year, in my opinion, you guys can disagree in the comments, this was the best dribble year in recent history, as far as like last year was trash, or the other year they had some stiffness to it, but it was goodness in there, but it's like complicated. So not good enough. And now this year it felt a lot better to dribble out of all the years in recent history overall. I always find a way to dribble and have fun with it, but I just liked this year compared to previous years. And we're going to get into animations, and we're going to talk about why this is important for dribbling, for shooting, for dunking. There's too many topics to make in one video. I'm not going to get into each of them directly. We're going to kind of spread it out on some things. Okay. So just keep that in mind. If there's a specific topic you want to talk about, leave it in the comments. I'll definitely cover it because I just want to do these talking points where we get into 2K27 in the future and give our opinions. So as you see right here, this is the official Stephen Curry swagger. I just felt like throwing on Stephen Curry as much as I could on this build, and it was been fun. I'm not gonna lie, it has nothing to do with the topic. I just wanted to show y'all. So now we want to talk about layups. So we're gonna go to the store actually, and I want to do this very, very carefully for you guys to see and say, okay, I see where you're coming from. So layup styles is special this year. This is the best thing they did for animations as far as the variety that you can get. So right now, in the old days, you would just get a list of layups. Just like hop jumpers, you would get the list like this. But now they did and gave us the packages. This was something we had years ago, a few times, but they didn't do it the way I wanted to, all right? So this is very cool because now I can pick the exact floater I like. I can pick the scoop, layups, all that good stuff for the layups. And that's fun and all. The problem is they need to do the same for dunks, okay? Dunks right now have this boring list of these are the people you can pick to dunk, and it is not good enough in my personal opinion and my take. This is not cool. I have fun with it, right? We can create our dunk packages and do good things with it. Don't get it twisted. I'm not complaining in that sense. I'm complaining that we can get the second layer, just like the layups did, where each of these dunk packages are focused. So Anthony Edwards, you know, one hand tomahawk, Anthony Edwards, two hand dunk, whatever, all of his packages, I can select which ones from his package I can get. Same thing with every other person in here. Ja Morant's two-handed, one-handed, you know, switcheroo, all the different packages within his package, I can select the ones that I really like. Just imagine the variety of dunks that you can do. And an example is these dunks here, where you have the basics, the athletics, the double clutch, the drops. Now every player has some of these. They don't have all of them, right? But a lot of them will have some of these. And imagine when I go and click on, let's say, athletics, for example, the best thing I can show you is the tomahawk here has a ton, but imagine I'll get the Westbrook from the free throw line type of dunk. Bang. Just like that one right there. Bang. So now all of a sudden I'm picking exact dunks that I want to pick that I think are great and that can be useful. Okay. And this is the problem. We don't have that right now. We got pick a package. And when you do a dunk, I'm an expert dunker. I would call myself that, of course, but I practice a lot and I can do pretty much any dunk in command for the most part. But there are times it doesn't trigger the exact dunk I want. I know for a fact, depending on the angle, depending on the timing of when I press the button and who's in the way, what dunk I can get for the most part. But still very unpredictable for somebody who's practiced this a million hours. You know what I mean? Like, I literally in game versus other players, I would rather lose a game and practice my dunks at times. You guys saw me on stream trying to test these dunks on players, and I'll still find a way to win a game, but I'm forcing up these dunks to learn what matters. And so that is something that I want them to think about. And the reason I bring it up, like I said, they did do a good job. You know, we got to give them credit. They brought the layups version of that. So I can go in here and get these spin layups. I can go in here and get the Euro step layups. And all of that is in the game now. But just imagine when they bring it to the dunks. And now I got a full list of dunk packages that I can do that's going to be better. Okay, that's step one. All right. And the same is actually very true for your dribbles. And this is going to be a controversial take, and it's going to be a really deep dive if I was to go deeper and to break it all the way down. But for example, I love Curry's, let's say his signature size up. No, actually, no, let's go with the escape, right? Imagine if you had SGA's big cross right here where you have to flick hesitation and then go the crossover, and he'll do a big drag to the left for an escape. Imagine you put that on, but you have the Kimba regular crossover when you need it. And so now I'm combining all of these because there's different dribbles in all of it. Same thing with these step backs. Okay, when you look at the step backs, Devin Booker's is the best, not because he does one good move. It's because he has multiple. Okay, Devin Booker had the very good hop back, and then he had the very good stop and kind of like hesitate. Okay, and you got to understand that these moves are very critical to the video game world, and we would rather have Devin Booker versus, even though I have access to a lot of other great ones that are decent, this one gives me this right here. And then if I'm moving, I can get that one, which is just a quick stop, right? I can do the pullback one. All of these three are useful. So that's what makes it different. But now let's just imagine, I was like, I just want his hop back, but I want the Luka slide, as we called it years ago, the Luka slide animation on this setup. So what happens is all of a sudden I'm cooking. You see where he does it right here, this little slide. And there's ways to do it with the clay. I add that one in there, and they can give us these packages within all of this as well. And that changes the game forever. Okay. And then imagine the same thing for hop jumpers. And again, I'm going to be here all night if I was to just go crazy. But if you think about it, Klay Thompson has the side hop jumper when you hit the left or the right, and he'll do like a big leap to the left or right, just like that, and end up getting a great shot up. But if I put that on for the side hops, then I put on Devin Booker or whatever, you know, one that I really like, Zach LaVine's deep to the right, I get that in there, and then I go whichever the case may be that you might enjoy. Okay, it's definitely doable for 2K. It's a question of will they add that to the game, because it just changes everything, and now we are on another level. Now don't get it twisted, this is for the nerds, this is for the animation geeks like me. I don't know what to call us, man. Like, people who just love getting into their custom player. This is like an RPG game for us, right? We come in here, we're customizing our character better than any RPG game ever. But this will be the next level. And if you're simple-minded and you don't care about this, guess what? You could just put on Curry, just like I did right here, because I got tired of playing this build regular with all my main stuff. I said, let me try out all Curry today. This was recently when he was on his tear during the season. And yeah, that's why I played this build like that. But like I said, this is true for everybody. Everybody has a chance to make these kind of changes, you know, and do something special for themselves where they want, if they wanted to, or if not, keep it simple the way it is, allowing people to just put on whatever character they like. Oh, I want to play like Curry. Cool. Just throw on those animations, man. You don't have to do all the extra changes like we want. But give us the triangle button, whatever button is going to be, to customize each animation deeper with the exact play style we want and lock it in. We're good. And that's going to unlock dribbling, dunking. You know, we already got the layups, but you can do that for hop jumpers. You can do that for go-to shots. Can get even crazier, maybe. I don't even know. Like, I'm just giving y'all a quick breakdown, step backs and all that good stuff. It'll be fun. And that's just my personal take. You ain't gotta agree. You could disagree. Whatever you're gonna feel, it is what it is. Now, I did want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment if you're down for this type of content. We're going to dive deeper into all the actual news when the time comes. But for now, this is where we're at with it. We're talking about different things that are really key. I have a deep dive where I go into something that I'm really excited to share with 2K about animations, but it's a whole different topic. So let's see what y'all think or feel. Go click on that. It should be popping up on screen. Other than that, take care of yourself. Thank God for another day. Be good, and God bless. We out here. Peace.